In Port Charles, secrets rarely stay buried for long, and on Thursday, May 1, 2025, the town is once again swept into a storm of emotion, consequence, and revelations that threaten to redefine lives. As the sun rises over General Hospital, several pivotal moments unfold, each one tightening the threads of past decisions and exposing raw truths. For Lulu, Brook Lynn, and the ever-resilient Willow, the cost of silence, loyalty, and trust is about to become painfully clear. Lulu has always carried the weight of other people's secrets on her shoulders, but today, that burden feels impossibly heavy. Since returning to Port Charles, she's tried to find stability amid the whirlwind of broken relationships and unresolved truths. But keeping the truth about Brook Lynn's baby, and more specifically, the child's paternity, has created a storm inside her that can no longer be suppressed. Confiding in Laura, Lulu's voice breaks as she questions the morality of her silence. Laura's advice is cautious and maternal, a reminder of the damage caused by meddling in private affairs, but also a subtle warning. Secrets kept too long often detonate when least expected. Lulu's eyes glisten with unshed tears as she contemplates the devastating fallout of a truth that could destroy not only Brook Lynn's fragile future but her own chance to reclaim a life with Dante. Meanwhile, Brook Lynn finds herself cornered emotionally, caught between her desire to protect what she's built and the consequences of all that she's concealed. Tracy, ever the sharp observer with a tongue that cuts like glass, notices something is off. In a moment of vulnerability, Brook Lynn opens up to her grandmother, revealing fragments of the truth she's been holding back. Tracy, perhaps for the first time in a while, is speechless. Not because she doesn't know what to say, but because the implications are far more tangled than even she imagined. As Brook Lynn tries to explain her fears, her love for Chase, and her concern about Lulu's fragile state, the tension is palpable. Outside the room, Chase walks away, his jaw clenched, his silence thunderous. When Brook Lynn calls out to him, all he says is that he's going to finish this. Whether that means ending their relationship or confronting the truth is unclear, but his footsteps echo the sound of finality. Elsewhere in Port Charles, another storm brews beneath the sterile lights of the hospital corridors. Kai, stoic as ever, prepares for surgery, a procedure that could save his life or end it. Trina stands beside him, offering strength in the only way she knows how. Her words are simple, "I'll see you on the other side," but the fear behind them is unmistakable. This is not just a medical crisis, it's a test of faith, love, and the unspoken bond that has formed between them. As the surgical team preps, Trina's hand lingers in Kai's a moment longer, as if to anchor him to this world. Neither says what they're truly thinking, that miracles in Port Charles are rare, and sometimes love is not enough to hold someone back from the edge. Not far from that emotional battlefield, a different kind of ambition takes root. Emma, still grappling with the duality of her legacy, the shadow of Anna's brilliance and the echo of Scorpio's command, wants to prove herself. Her desire to win Dalton's favor, to claim the coveted research assistant position, is more than a professional goal, it's a mission to validate her worth. Yet, ambition in Port Charles often comes with a price. While she professes her goals with sincerity, there are murmurs of sabotage. Whispers follow her like shadows, hinting that Josslyn may be orchestrating an accident to eliminate the competition. Whether that's fact or paranoia remains to be seen, but Emma has no time to entertain doubt. She's too busy trying to outpace it. In another quiet corner of the city, Josslyn is having a reckoning of her own. Her conversation with Vaughn reveals a girl caught in the crossfire of past trauma and present confusion. She's trying to figure it out, but the pieces refuse to fit. Whether it's Emma, Kai, or her own spiraling emotions, Josslyn is treading water in a sea of choices she no longer controls. The only thing she's certain of is that every decision she makes from now on carries the weight of someone else's future. But no moment on this chaotic Thursday is more explosive than the confrontation between Drew and Willow. What was once a bond forged in mutual healing has now deteriorated into blame and mistrust. Drew, once a man seeking redemption, is now a figure of reckless choices. His recent behavior, particularly a stunt at the Savoy that spiraled into near tragedy, has triggered a domino effect. Willow, already navigating a complicated pregnancy, feels the consequences closing in. Her voice is sharp, her anger born not just from fear but from betrayal. She tells Drew that because of his impulsive actions, she could lose her baby. It's a declaration that silences him. Whatever justification he had for his choices disappears in the face of that raw truth. He tries to defend himself, pleading his case, but there is no courtroom in the world where emotion bows to logic. Willow is not seeking explanation, she's demanding accountability. And somewhere on the outskirts of this unraveling web, Dante receives a phone call. His voice tightens, confusion laced with disbelief. "Excuse me, what did they do?" he asks, but no answer seems sufficient. He's been left out of too many loops, and the chaos unfolding around him feels like the result of too many secrets colliding. What he doesn't know yet is that he's at the center of more than one of them. As Thursday comes to a close in Port Charles, the landscape has changed irrevocably. Truths have been hinted at, relationships tested, and consequences set into motion. Lulu must choose between loyalty and honesty. Brook Lynn faces the unraveling of her carefully built life. Drew may have lost everything in one reckless moment. And Willow, like so many before her, stands on the precipice of grief, fury, and impossible decisions. In a town built on secrets, sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't what's said, it's what remains unspoken. And in General Hospital, silence has never been safe. Would you like me to expand on any specific character's storyline from this article?